Welcome to the MedgarEversCollege commencement ceremony for the graduating classes of 2020 and 2021. As we come to this ceremony, we think of what has been accomplished and completed. Commencement, by definition, is about beginnings. Welcome to your new beginning, to the start of something big for which you have prepared and studied, and in which you have invested so much of yourself. We come to celebrate the beginning for 2,662 graduates. To paraphrase a quote from President Barack Obama, their stories are singular, shared in the legacy, the reality, and the being of MedgarEversCollege. During this ceremony, you will hear the singular stories of three amazing student speakers: our valedictorian, Anicia, our Student Government Association President, Brooke, and our senior class president, Raquela. A little bit of Black girl magic in the mix. I congratulate our honorary degree recipients, accomplished in their own right, and now linked to this shared destiny that is MedgarEversCollege. To Michael Pugh and Ziggy Marley, congratulations and welcome to the distinguished group of honorary degree recipients. I also congratulate the members of the Medgar Evers faculty and staff who have sown into the lives of our graduates. Without you, today could not be possible. Your commitment to expanding the knowledge and transforming the lives of these graduating students is commended. To the families and loved ones of today's graduates, I'm sure there was some moment leading up to today when one of the graduates depended on you to get them past a rough spot, over a hurdle, or through a challenge that seemed certain to derail their destiny. To each of you, thank you for the part you played in making this beginning possible. So as we get this commencement ceremony started, I leave you with a quote from Vernon Jordan. You are where you are today because you stand on somebody's shoulders, and wherever you are heading, you cannot get there by yourself. If you stand on the shoulders of others, you have a reciprocal responsibility to live your life so that others may stand on your shoulders. We exist temporarily through what we take, but we live forever through what we give. MedgarEversCollege graduates of 2020 and 2021, this is your beginning.
The Negro baby born in America today, regardless of the section of the state in which he is born, has about one-half as much chance of completing a high school as a white baby, born in the same place on the same day. 1/3 as much chance of completing college. 1/3 as much chance of becoming a professional man. Twice as much chance of becoming unemployed.
Good morning. I am Dr. Augustine Okereke, the Provost and Senior Vice President of MedgarEversCollege, part of the City University of New York. Wherever you are watching us, whether in Brooklyn, New York, across the nation, the Caribbean, or around the world, we welcome you to our joint commencement of the classes of 2021 and 2020. The global pandemic prevented us from being together to celebrate our graduates last year. But this year, we are marching forward to be stronger than ever. For this, our 50th anniversary, we celebrate with our first virtual commencement. Yes, we look different this morning, but we have worked intensely to produce a kind of commencement perhaps never seen before. This past year, the world struggled, as did the students, staff, and faculty of our college. But it has been our students who have been particularly concerned about. Some of them lost family members to COVID and often not able to be at the bedside of their ill or dying mother, father, grandfather, grandmother, aunt, uncle, sibling, and friend. Many of our students lost part-time and full-time jobs, the only way they had to support themselves and their families. Last spring, all classrooms and our campus suddenly and completely closed down, and students had to shift immediately to go to class online. It was a massive undertaking for them and our faculty. Through all this hardship, MedgarEversCollege students have demonstrated incredible resilience. It is my honor to announce that 1,361 graduates that we have, the largest graduation class in our history. What an accomplishment. Additionally, our honors program, the first such program approved by CUNY, graduated 7 students this year. This is our first honors program graduating class. We are living during the ravages of a global pandemic, and yet our students have found a way to persevere, come back to class, and find a way to cross the finishing line, and now graduate from college. And as New York City is quickly opening back up, our graduates are ready to launch their careers and begin the next step in life with a superb MedgarEversCollege diploma in hand. MedgarEversCollege is a special college. We have just seen a marvelous video of why Medgar Wiley Evers was and why he became the namesake of our college. This year, we celebrate the 50th anniversary of our founding, and throughout those 50 years, Medgar has faced many challenges, and yet we have persevered. Yes, MedgarEversCollege is rising. We have a new president, Dr. Patricia Ramsey, the first woman president in our history. And as we honor our first 50 years, we believe the next 50 years will be even better. Born from the work of Medgar Wiley Evers, we march forward with courage, strength, and fortitude. Welcome to our commencement ceremony. I now ask our graduates, wherever you may be, to rise in your graduation gown. Turn your tassel to the right and let it remain there for the rest of the ceremony. And now I ask everyone else to rise with our invocation by the Reverend Father Rivera. Thank you.
We gather as the Medgar Evers community to honor our graduates from the classes of 2020 and 2021 on this blessed day of commencement. We gather to give thanks and to congratulate our students for their tenacity and commitment, their passion and ideals. You have succeeded in attaining your degrees, but so much more. You have done this in the midst of a pandemic and its challenges, and during turbulent times in our nation when our democracy is threatened, and when the quest against racism and injustice has become a rallying cry for all women and men who hold freedom and truth in the depths of their hearts. In doing so, you follow the way of the ancestors, our own Medgar Evers, Sojourner Truth, Dr. King, Harriet Tubman, and the countless others who gave their lives for freedom, a word that is holy to us, a word that speaks of life, duty, and dignity. You are a part of that tradition. That is your legacy and your quest, as you now seek to place what you have learned and your God-given gifts at the service of a suffering world, but also a world of great beauty, a world that no one can take from us. And so we send you forth with our blessings, with great joy and grateful hearts, and with the conviction that you will not only succeed, but also attain your dreams and achieve your holy desires to bless our world with your grace and talents. May you be joyous. May you grow in knowledge and truth, now and for the rest of your lives. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, of the brave? Lift every voice and sing, till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Dr. Patricia Ramsey, the first female appointed by the CUNY Board of Trustees to serve as president of MedgarEversCollege, is the 6th president of the college. Dr. Ramsey comes to MedgarEversCollege from the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, where she served as Senior Executive Fellow. Prior to the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, She was provost and vice president for academic affairs at Lincoln University in Pennsylvania, the oldest degree-granting historically Black university in the nation. For nearly 12 years, she served in various capacities at Bowie State University, a constituent institution of the University System of Maryland and the oldest HBCU in Maryland. During her tenure at Bowie State, she was a tenured full professor and served as provost, interim president, and chair of the Department of Natural Sciences. Dr. Ramsey was the thought leader behind the 149,000 square foot Center for Natural Sciences, Mathematics, and Nursing building, a $102 million project that won LEED Platinum certification. Her other positions include Vice President for Academic Affairs at Shaw University and Associate Vice President for Development at Norfolk State University. In less than 2 years at Shaw University, she developed the infrastructure that resulted in $10 million in grants and contracts. As Associate Vice President for Development at Norfolk State University, Dr. Ramsey negotiated a $1.3 million award after only 3 months in the position. Globally, Dr. Ramsey served on the Education Advisory Team to the first woman president of Liberia, the Honorable Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. A biologist by training, Dr. Ramsey earned a Bachelor of Science in Biology education from Norfolk State University, a Master of Science in Botany from Howard University, a Master of Science in Biology from Harvard University, and a PhD in Biology from Georgetown University. She completed executive leadership programs in ASCU's Millennium Leadership Initiative, Harvard's Institute for Educational Management, and the Civic Leadership Institute. Dr. Ramsey is married to Dr. Russo Ramsey, Jr., a physician and ordained minister. Ladies and gentlemen, faculty, staff, students, join me in welcoming our new president, Dr. Patricia Ramsey. Thank you.
Welcome to the MedgarEversCollege virtual commencement, celebrating the graduating classes of 2020 and 2021. I'm proud to be the 6th president and first female, as well as the newest member of the MedgarEversCollege family, a college with social justice in its DNA. Named for the great civil rights leader and social justice champion, Medgar Wiley Evers. As the provost said, we could not hold a regular commencement last year, and so we welcome you to our unique virtual commencement event. We think that you will be impressed by the creative genius of our commencement committee team to bring this ceremony to you today. I want to particularly welcome our City University of New York Chancellor, Matos Rodriguez, CUNY Board of Trustee member, Dr. Ona Clark, our New York State Senator and U.S. Senate Majority Leader, the Honorable Chuck Schumer, our fellow honored guest, featuring the Medgar Evers class of 2020 and the Medgar Evers class of 2021, and their supportive family and friends. These graduating classes are to be commended because last year, when the coronavirus hit, they quickly adapted to online instruction. They are to be commended for their endurance in spite of the odds. I challenge each of you graduates to maintain that tenacity for your future endeavors. If you do, I can assure that your future will be bright. Again, the MedgarEversCollege community is honored you have chosen to be with us today to celebrate the 2,662 graduates from our classes of 2020 and 2021. Please enjoy the rest of the ceremony.
Greetings, saludos to everyone, and thank you, President Ramsey, for inviting me to take part in this meaningful college tradition. I am so excited about your recent arrival here in Brooklyn. We are looking forward to many, many years of you presiding commencement ceremonies here at MedgarEversCollege. Thank you for being with us. I also want to acknowledge and salute Dr. Denise Maybank, CUNY's Interim Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs and Enrollment Management, for steady leadership as the interim president of Medgar Evers during this transition in the spring. I would also like to congratulate your honorary degree recipients, the musician and philanthropist Siggy Marley and the innovative banking veteran Michael T. Pugh. Well done. On behalf of the entire CUNY community, I am thrilled to come here to the great borough of Brooklyn to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the resilient and persevering Medgar Evers classes of combined 2020 and 2021. This is a double feature presentation this year, as you know, so we are honoring and acknowledging their great commitment and determination here today. Let me begin with an acknowledgement and a salute. When you arrive at this university to begin your first class, you could not have imagined the events that would reshape our world and reconfigure your college journey for these last 2 academic years. I know this isn't the graduation ceremony that any of us could have imagined, perhaps even when we started the academic year back in August. But even without a procession in caps and gowns, nothing can diminish the importance of this occasion. It is not possible to understate the scale of your accomplishment and the admiration I have for all of you. I am so proud and honored to salute the class of 2021 and to express my appreciation for the faculty, staff, and families who play such a pivotal role in helping each student reach the finish line. Commencement season, I've said it before, it's my favorite time of the year. Like all of you, I long to be able to celebrate the occasion in person, to look out from the days and see a lengthy horizon of smiles and hear a resounding chorus of cheers and have high fives and see families together. We have needed to tweak these traditions, but make no mistake, that does not make this modified commemoration any less memorable. For more than a year now, you confronted a relentless confluence of circumstances and challenges for which none of us could have adequately prepared. From the arrival of the coronavirus and its subsequent surges, to the transition to distance learning and virtual events, and the anxiety of an economic downturn, a consequential presidential election last fall, and a renewed nationwide push for racial and social justice, you conducted yourselves fittingly, admirably, and with great purpose. For many of us, the crisis has been accompanied by personal loss. On behalf of the university, I want to offer sincere condolences to all who are grieving. And still, through all that we've been through, the sacrifices that we needed to make to protect our safety so we could begin to recover and to get to where we are today, you never stop pursuing your goals and your dreams. I hope you're able to look back and feel an incredible sense of pride, as well as a degree of optimism for the way you responded and helped your community heal. Class of 2021, I am humbled by your selflessness, by your kindness to each other. The education that you fought so hard to attain will enable you to flourish as you stepped into a world that has changed since you first arrived. But make no mistake, you are stronger for what you endure, and you're ready to leave your mark in the world. We will never forget your courage and resilience. I hope you never forget CUNY, because we will always be here for you. Congratulations to you and to your families and to the entire campus community. This is your day to celebrate. You did it. All good wishes to you moving on forward, and the best of luck. Suerte y éxito.
Good morning, Chancellor Meadows Rodriguez, President Ramsey, honorary degree recipients Ziggy Marley and Michael Plow, distinguished members of the faculty, families, friends, and last but certainly not least, the Medgar Evers graduating class of 2020 and 2021. I am deeply honored to bring greetings and congratulations on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York, virtually on this momentous occasion and day in your lives. I am delighted to celebrate 50 years of MedgarEversCollege, virtual institution in the life of Central Brooklyn. I cannot imagine a more exciting time for the college with the arrival of your new president and the first woman to be a president of MedgarEversCollege, an impressive milestone in your lives and that of Central Brooklyn. I know that you shape your lives and your families and friends, but with the entire Medgar Evers community. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge all of the people who have helped to along the way in the journey, that have applauded you and your encouragement and given you, which graduated here today. You should be able to and proud of yourselves, graduates, because of your hard work, sacrifice, and commitment. Today you will receive the priceless degree from one of the nation's best public colleges. I encourage you to use your knowledge and your degree to make the world a better place and to start the right here and right now in the city of New York. Imagine your communities. Speak up for those who cannot on their own. Question the status quo and serve your city and your fellow New Yorkers with pride and dignity, always honoring the legacy of the college and the name of Medgar Evers, who sacrificed so much in the history of this nation. You are equipped and empowered with more knowledge, skills, and innovation than any generation before. So venture out. Do not be afraid. Pursue your passion with courage and confidence. With compassion, we expect great things from all of you and from your families, and we inspire you to continue to contribute to our community, our nation, and our people. Again, let me congratulate all of you as graduates, the families who have supported our students, and the community that embraces all of your achievement. Thank you very much.
Hello, Medgar Evers. This is Senator Chuck Schumer, and it's my honor to address the faculty and staff, the families and friends of the graduates, but most of all you, the class of 2021. Congratulations. Now, I'm really sorry I can't join you in person as I do almost every year, but I'm grateful that modern technology allows us to still be connected on this graduation day. You are special, and I wouldn't want to miss congratulating you, COVID or not. First, a quick word to the parents. As a parent myself, I know how hard it is to raise kids these days and how much you've invested in them. But it all pays off as you watch your son or daughter receive their diploma and become an adult before your very eyes. Congratulations to the moms and dads. And now to the class of 2021. You know, everyone says your senior year in college will be the most memorable. And for many of you, it probably has been, but certainly not in the way you expected. With COVID affecting our nation's health, our nation's economy, and your senior year, these have been unusual and difficult times. The challenges of this moment are truly unique, but so has been our collective response. The fact that we're still celebrating this graduation and not letting COVID stand in the way, even if we're celebrating differently, just goes to show you that New Yorkers won't let anything stop us from honoring what's so important in life. And nothing can take away from the fact that you've earned a degree from such a fine institution of higher learning. We have a long way to go, but for the first time in more than a year, we can start to think about what it will be like to return to normal. So, class of 2021, my message to you is simple. Right now, it may feel like the future is uncertain. Many of you may be not sure of what you're going to do next, but what has been true throughout history is just as true today. That even in times of difficulty, there are always new opportunities, new ways of thinking, of doing things in a better way. It's natural to fear the unknown. I'm sure many of you do right now. But don't let the harshness of this past year prevent you from seizing new opportunities. They're out there. You just have to keep your eyes open to them. And don't forget, you have incredible assets, a college degree from a great institution, and loving families who will have your back through thick and thin. Our nation is overcoming this pandemic, and we need your help and your courage to rebuild our country even stronger than it was before. This past year has revealed the injustices and prejudices that persist in our society, and we just can't go back to the way things used to be. We must make our society better, and we know we will, because you are our future leaders, and we have faith in you. So to Medgar Evers, class of 2021, I say once again, congratulations, good luck, and Godspeed.
I would like to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2021 at MedgarEversCollege, Miss Anesia Moyes. Anesia Moyes is a graduating senior in the Department of Business Administration in the class of 2021 with a GPA of 3.911. Anesia credits her success and wealth of knowledge to her diverse work experience across the telecoms, banking, and healthcare industries. While having these experiences are assets, she knew that having a college degree will make her more marketable when it comes to choosing a career. She also credits her success to the support of her family and her faith in God. Anesia's passion is for the administrative side of healthcare and plans to pursue a master's degree in health administration. The college celebrates and bestows this highest academic honor to Anesia Moyes for this outstanding accomplishment.
Good afternoon, President Patricia Ramsey, Provost Augustine Okereke, CUNY Chancellor Matos Rodriguez, CUNY Board of Trustee member Ms. Una Clark, fellow guests, and the class of 2020 and 2021. Welcome, my fellow graduates. Words cannot express how honored I am to deliver the valedictorian address today. Today is a special day for us to look back on our individual journeys and to thank the Almighty for being at our side, especially during such difficult times. Your academic journey may look different from mine, but I'm certain that the journey was worth it nonetheless. My journey at MedgarEversCollege started in 2017. That was 16 years after my last school stint in my small island called St. Lucia. You're probably wondering, okay, well, how old is she? Don't worry, I'll tell you later. During the first semester, I felt like I was out of my element because not only was I new to the American school system, but there were so many more younger students that I felt I was out of place. But just like Tom Brady and the New England Patriots in 2017, I had to make a strong comeback. And pretty soon, I made friends with students of all ages and cultural backgrounds, and I started to feel more at home. As I continued on my journey, I encountered some pushback from a relative who thought that I should move on to a more affluent CUNY school. However, after realizing the history of Medgar Willie Evers and the struggle that we face as minorities every day, I realized that MedgarEversCollege is where I needed to be. If I were to make a difference in society, what better place to do so than in my own community? I thought, let me use this misguided notion as motivation to push myself and others so that collectively our community can improve and strengthen the reputation of the college. I believe in the mission of CUNY of uplifting and educating working class people, and more specifically in the mission of Medgar Evers, whose namesake bravely risked his safety and ultimately his life in the name of desegregation and education. Little did I know that I would be standing here today addressing you as this year's valedictorian. Fellow graduates, let us use our accomplishments to make a difference in our society. As President Biden said, it is within our power to do it. So let's do it now. Now, I've met so many wonderful people during my 4 years here, and I've found so many memories that I hold very dear to me. When I look at this community of students, I deeply appreciate the struggles we went through just to obtain that degree. I've seen students rushing from work, trying to find parking just to get to class on time, myself included. I've also seen mothers and fathers bringing their children into the classroom because they have no babysitter. I've also seen students eating curry chicken and rice and peas in class because they have no time to eat beforehand. All in all, we did what we had to do so that we could stand here today and say, the struggle is real, but we finally did it. Now that we've completed this journey, a new one awaits us. Some of us may be afraid of what lies ahead and what the future may bring. Some of us may be asking ourselves, well, will we be able to get that dream job that we always wanted now that we have a college degree? Or will we be able to have the life we always wanted, or even be able to give our children the lives that we did not have? These are all very real fears. But what we must realize is fear is simply false evidence appearing real. It is a natural response to the unknown. Now, when you become fearful, remember that God said in his word, "Fear not, for I am with you." So believe in your abilities, pray, and go in confidence. In closing, I would like to acknowledge my parents, Joseph and Francilia Moise, my advisors, the wonderful professors, too numerous to mention, the administrative staff of the college, and my colleagues at the Pearl Mother Cancer Center, NYU. And last but not least, I would like to acknowledge my God and Savior, Jesus Christ, for being with me every step of the way. Now, remember I said I would tell you my age? Well, let's just say I'm old enough to be someone's grandmother. Congratulations, class of 2020 and 2021. May God be with you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Provost Okereke. Greetings, President Ramsey, elected officials, honored guests, administration, faculty, family, the Divine Nine, and of course, to the graduating class of 2020 and 2021. As I picked up my pen to write, I thought to myself, what advice could I possibly give you? I don't want you to be like me. I dropped out of high school. I have a severe mental health diagnosis. I lost my daughter during my 9th month of pregnancy. I'm flawed. I'm a statistic. And I failed at so many things. But I've noticed something. You see, MedgarEversCollege took a chance on me. And if you're anything like me, this institution took a chance on you too. And if you aren't like me, I can tell you one thing we do have in common. We've all had the strength, the courage, and the fortitude to complete our last academic year during one of the worst times our country has ever faced. We didn't give up. And I'd like to think that the family culture of this institution helped us to do so. Between the SEEK program, ASAP, the Office of Differently Able Services, MEC Athletics, MEC Vets, or even student government. You had a community to help keep you grounded when you were challenged and celebrate when things went well. If you didn't belong to any of these groups, we all still had the opportunity to be empowered by some of the amazing programs held by Student Life, the Center of Women's Development, and the Men's Development and Empowerment Center. Or maybe you were encouraged by the innovative and creative ways Student Affairs actually cared about student affairs, or how Career Services made sure you consistently had hot jobs coming to your email every week. And this is just to name a few, because I can use my entire time naming every office that I witnessed pour into the heart and soul of a MEC student. Now, because of MedgarEversCollege, we all hold associate's degrees or bachelor's degrees. Now, this is what 50 years of rich history looks like. And there's history here at this commencement, from Michael Pugh operating Carver Bank, a financial institution founded to serve African Americans, or Ziggy Marley, a musical legend and philanthropist, continuing a legacy to manifest humanity towards one another. And now us, the graduating class, through an international pandemic. What I've learned is that when I fail, I always fail with grace and landed on my faith. Although we've managed to take the lemons that life has given us and make the best lemonade possible, every lemon hasn't always been sweet. There's been tart ones. There's been downright bitter ones. But when combined, the result has always been the same. The drink has fueled our body with what it needs to endure. Now, for most of us here, statistics show that based on our circumstances, we shouldn't be here today. For many of us, it seems like we've got more tart and bitter lemons in our mix than the sweet and juicy ones. But allow my story to encourage you. MedgarEversCollege has opened my eyes to who I've been and who I can be using the lemons that God has given me. It has been said that life doesn't happen to you, but it happens for you. Everything that we've endured, every abuse, every loss, absolutely every failure has prepared us and equipped us for this moment in time. But as you celebrate your success today, don't just take your lemons and make lemonade for yourself. Be the quench to someone else's thirst. Share your story with others so that they too can be empowered to turn their pain into triumph and purpose. So let me revert back to my opening statement. I know in essence, I basically said, don't be anything like me. I'd like to take that back. Be exactly like me. Get back up, never give up, and keep pressing forward, because the key to never starting over is never quitting. Stay thirsty, my friends.
To Dr. Patricia Ramsey and the leadership team of MedgarEversCollege, to the CUNY Board of Trustees, to the professors, administrators, and support staff of MedgarEversCollege, and to the family, loved ones, and friends of today's graduates, to the graduating class of 2021, great morning. I'm Congresswoman Yvette D. Clarke, and I represent New York's 9th Congressional District, located in Central and South Brooklyn. I proudly represent you in Congress. So Brooklyn, stand up. I'm before you today to celebrate each and every one of you, as well as anyone and everyone who supported you, our graduates, as you close one chapter in your life and embark upon another. Congratulations to the class of 2021. You did that. And your parents, loved ones, professors, and administrators and I are so proud to celebrate with you today. Graduates, you put in years of work, long nights of studying, dedication, and commitment. Think about it. You've accomplished this in the midst of a global pandemic. You are truly remarkable. You did this during one of the darkest times in our nation's history, in the midst of civil unrest and literally a massive loss of life and livelihood due to the COVID-19 pandemic. You will forever be known for your perseverance and tenacity, your irrepressible pursuit of knowledge, your intellect and intestinal fortitude. We've seen that when our collective hearts and minds are directed towards positive endeavors, seeking justice, fairness, and equity, we can ignite the winds of change, real and systemic change. Thanks to you and the promise you hold, Real change has been accelerated. You are the next and now generation of graduates with whom we acknowledge with honor and pride today. You are indeed 2021 graduates. You have earned your degrees, the first of what I hope will be many degrees and certifications. Class of 2021, I hope that you will take a little bit of time to be intentional in giving thanks to the community of supporters who've been there for you, encouraging you, loving you, educating you, and enhancing your scholarship and accomplishment. You are achieving things that some of your parents and grandparents never could have even imagined for themselves. You are the answer to generations of prayer. You are indeed our ancestors' wildest dreams. In closing, I like to say that I'm elated by today's commencement and just as excited by the future of education for tomorrow's scholars here at MedgarEversCollege. You have a fierce new leader in Dr. Patricia Ramsey, the 6th president of MedgarEversCollege, the first woman to be president of the college, who will usher in a new innovative agenda that prioritizes the needs of all of Medgar Evers scholars. In the immortal words of the Queen Bee herself, Beyonce, lean on that strength of togetherness. Keep the collective strong, stay focused. Don't talk about what you're going to do. Don't just dream about what you're going to do. Don't criticize somebody else for what they're not doing. You be it. Be about it. Be about that action and go do it. And I say, let's go do the work. So stay safe, stay strong, stay healthy, stay blessed, and wear your masks. And if you haven't already, get vaccinated. And once again, congratulations to the graduating class of 2021. We love you. One love. Walk good. Power to the people. Let's go.
I'm State Senator Zelnor Myrie, and on behalf of the entire 20th Senatorial District, congratulations. This is your special day, and I want you to know that we are all so incredibly proud of your accomplishment. 2020 and 2021 have been like years we've never seen. And not only have you persevered through a once-in-a-century pandemic, you have thrived. It is why I am so proud to represent MedgarEversCollege in the state Senate, but it's not the only reason. It's not just because of the legacy that Medgar Evers left in fighting for justice. It's not only because we were able to rename President Street and Franklin Avenue after this amazing institution, but it's because of students like you, students who persevered through the struggle, students who have overcome obstacles that would trip up the average person. But because you are above average and because you are Medgar made, you have overcome those obstacles and have set an example for our entire community. We are so proud of you. I hope you take time to celebrate this accomplishment with your family and with your friends who helped you to get to where you are today. And I am fully confident that you will be the ones that will lead us out of this pandemic. You will be the leaders of today, not just tomorrow. And I can't wait to see the titans of industry that all of you will become. So again, on behalf of the entire state Senate, on behalf of my entire district, congratulations for this amazing accomplishment. And I can't wait to see you very soon.
Good morning, everyone. I am Raquel Sanin, the Senior Class President of 2020. Thank you to the Graduation Committee and Shared Studios for organizing this special event. It is an honor to speak before you today. Please applaud yourselves for the hard work and accomplishments. Without question, it's been a challenging year. As I was writing the speech, my goal was to make it inspiring and truthful. In my first year at MedgarEversCollege, I struggled with adjusting to the new environment. As a freshman, I was confused. I never purchased textbooks nor chose my own schedule. This was all foreign to me. I barely had free time and was inundated with assignments. I felt so overwhelmed. I wanted to quit college. None of these experiences could compare to mid-March 2020. Quarantine and lockdown became the norm. We had to adapt to remote learning, video conferencing, social distancing, and face masks. None of us were strangers to anxiety concerning the future, sleep deprivation, and isolation. Some students considered taking a semester off or giving up altogether because the mental and emotional strain they were under. As a child, I struggled with learning. I could not grasp the information quickly like my classmates. In grad school, a teacher once advised me to learn a trade because I could never attend college. No one can decide your future. If you're not sure about your career, don't despair. Recognize what brings you joy. The motivational speaker, life coach, and television personality, Iyanla Vanzant, stated, "If you do not allow yourself to dream, to dare, to move up, out, forward, how will you know what you're really capable of?" This quote inspired me to run for senior class president. I was fearful. I had a goal, but I wasn't sure if my classmates would listen, let alone vote for me. I felt that students should choose their commencement speakers. I am thrilled that my classmates can see their special guests of their choosing on Cameo. I know that this graduation is not what we expected a year ago. Some of us look forward to gathering with our families, walking across the stage, hugging, and congratulating each other as we accept our diplomas. I want to thank my middle school teachers, Ms. McAllister and Ms. Sebro, for seeing my potential as a student. Special thanks to the MEC faculty, Dr. Todd Craig, for being my mentor, for offering me this simple but important advice. Don't let anyone stress you. Thank you to Professor Tanya Hegeman, Sakia Fletcher, and Dr. Antoinette Roberson for supporting me throughout my college journey. Thank you to Ms. Doreen Williams for your support and for welcoming me into the English department. Thank you, Dr. Alexis McLean, for hearing my voice and advocating for students. Thank you to Mr. Anthony Pfeiffer, Mr. Nelson Carrillo, and Ms. Mia for giving me advice on my education and for your support. Without you guys, I probably wouldn't have made it this far. To my fellow Student Government Association team, thank you for welcoming me into the group. Thank you, Madam President Brooke Smith, for your candor and providing feedback on ideas and projects. Teamwork makes the dream work. Thank you to my MEC crew for your support and friendship. Thank you, Grandma, for paying my way through college. I would have never gotten my associate's or bachelor's degree without you. Thank you, Uncle, for paying for my acting classes, and Antoinette for spending time with me. Thank you, Auntie, for always making time for me, sharing knowledge, your words of encouragement, and inspiring me to become a producer. Thank you, Mom, for enduring it all, the crying, frustration, and threatening to quit college. You saw the potential in me when I did not see it in myself. As a child, you always knew that I had talent and you brought it out of me. Thank you for inspiring me to write. I know I'm not easy to work with, but you never gave up on me. And never gave up on me day and night. You were always there. And for that, I will never stop thanking you. Congratulations to the classes of 2020 and 2021. I wish you all the best of luck on your respective journeys. Remember to keep persevering because someone you admire or inspiring is watching.
Does my blackness make you feel uncomfortable? Are you uncomfortable? Does my blackness make you question the depths of your soul? Does my blackness offend you? Is my life just meaningless to you? I wish that I could fly away. There is no peace and harmony dream, a place where we can just be free. That's all I dream.
Hello and congratulations to all the MedgarEversCollege graduates. My name is Farah Sufant Forrest and I am the Assembly Member for District 57. As a two-time CUNY graduate of both City Tech and SPS, I know that you have put in work and you have put in time and gotten yourself to this point where you say, I have claimed this diploma, I have claimed my success, I have claimed my milestone. I am very proud of you. And remember, you made it through not only MTA delays, crazy professors, but you also made it through a pandemic. So now you are reaching your point of success, but this is not the end. Remember all the lessons you've learned, use all your resources, and like Sankofa, please look back. I have looked back, and that's why I fight so hard for a new deal for CUNY, trying to make CUNY free again. Think about what you're doing and making sure that anything you do, make sure you look back and give back. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Lori Cumbo, and I'm the Majority Leader of the New York City Council, and I am so proud to be here today to celebrate the graduating class of MedgarEversCollege, class of 2021. Yay! And I want to celebrate your president, President Ramsey, the staff, the faculty, all of the students, the parents, everyone that has come together to make today possible. We celebrate you and we thank you because we know that this was a challenging year, perhaps the most challenging year that any of us have ever faced, with such uncertainty, not knowing what the next day would bring. But you persevered, you got through this, you dug deep, you made sure that you got your assignments in, you took tests online, you met professors over the internet, but yet you did it. And we are so incredibly proud of you. If you can get through this, you can get through anything. You are battle tested from this moment moving forward. So I congratulate you. I celebrate you. And this is actually my last year as your New York City Council member. It's been an extraordinary 8 years. And some of the things that I'm most proud of is that I was able to fight and bring home resources for a brand new Founders Auditorium, for a brand new world-class state-of-the-art gymnasium, as well as we are finally getting rid of those trailers, which you should have never been in the first place. We're going to tear down those trailers and we're going to build a brand new multi-million-dollar state-of-the-art brand new building for MedgarEversCollege and Medgar Evers Preparatory High School. It's going to be a $110 million investment. And I mention that because you are so worthy. But I also mention that because when I graduated, I wanted to utilize my education to bring back resources to my community. How can I use all of the information that I obtained to make my community better? And I hope in all that you do, I hope that you will utilize this education and this career to bring it back to our communities, to our people. Please know that all that you do is now in the name of MedgarEversCollege. And this college will be as great and as amazing and as powerful as you are. The more information that you bring back to your community, the more resources that you bring back to our community, the greater our communities will be. So I celebrate you. Continue to be extraordinary. Continue to be amazing. I will continue to support and lift up this college, as well as your new president, first African-American woman president of MedgarEversCollege, President Ramsey. You are an incredible, dynamic woman, and I know that you are going to continue to do extraordinary things at MedgarEversCollege. It has a great legacy, and it has a very bright future. Thank you so much, graduating class of 2021. I support you. I salute you. And again, you're going to continue to trail new paths, new trails, and we are so proud of you. Thank you.
It is my great honor to introduce our first commencement speaker, Mr. Michael T. Pugh. Michael T. Pugh is President and Chief Executive Officer of Carver Bancorp, the holding company for Carver Federal Savings Bank, a federally chartered savings bank and the nation's largest publicly traded African and Caribbean American operated bank, with approximately $600 million in assets and 140 employees. A banking veteran of more than 25 years, Mr. Pugh has led teams of up to 600 associates in retail, business banking, commercial and residential lending, and call center operations. He has also been a critical leader in bank technology integrations, launching new lines of business and executing new growth market strategies. Prior to joining Carver in August of 2012, Mr. Pugh served as Capital One's Senior Vice President, Regional Executive, and Market President of Eastern Maryland, Delaware, and Washington, D.C. Mr. Pugh was responsible for revenue production, customer service, and bank operations for approximately 75 banking centers and $3 billion in deposits. He also led the bank's community development strategy for 1,200 associates in 8 counties. Before his tenure at Capital One, Mr. Pugh served as Senior Vice President, Retail Banking Executive for Citizens Financial Group, Charter One Division. He led retail banking teams in the Michigan and Indiana markets with up to 67 banking centers. Mr. Pugh's accomplishments included organically growing a new market by $400 million in deposits and leading a team to become the #1 small business administration lender in Indiana. Mr. Pugh is a board member of Carver Bancorp Incorporated and Pursuit. He also serves as a board member of several nonprofit organizations, including the Society for Financial Education and Professional Development, Community Development Bankers Association, and Madison Square Boys and Girls Club. Mr. Pugh worked as a bank teller while earning a Bachelor of Science in Health Administration from Eastern Michigan University, and he went on to receive a Master of Science in Financial Management from the University of Maryland, University College. Mr. Pugh also earned professional certifications from Babson College and the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania. Please welcome Mr. Michael Pugh to give us our first commencement address.
President Patricia Ramsey, Provost Augustine Okereke, Chancellor Felix Matos Rodriguez, CUNY Board of Trustees, and fellow honored guests. Welcome and congratulations to the graduating classes of 2020 and 2021. The achievement of graduating is something that should be recognized as an important milestone in your life. For some of you, you represent the first generation of college graduates in your family, while others may represent a legacy of graduates. Regardless of your starting point, you are all here today. Your strength and leadership have helped you make it through late night studies and personal struggles, but you made it. You all represent a higher purpose and will now begin your journey as college graduates that are poised to change the face of businesses and communities. I would be remiss if I did not recognize that you are graduating at a time when the world is responding to a renewed focus on racial equality and a pandemic that shook us all. You will be challenged to make a difference when unemployment rates remain high and compensation for Black and Brown people and women remain disproportionate to other races. The percentage of Black and Brown people aged 25 and older with a bachelor's degree remains lower than most other races. Not only have you beat the odds, but you are also setting an example of honor and excellence. We can never forget the untold number of lives impacted by the pandemic, resulting in friends, family, and faculty that are not here with us today. We honor them. Despite the challenges, today signals that you are better prepared to change the world. As you start this new journey, remember your community. Invest in your community while achieving new levels of success. There is a young man or woman out there waiting to hear your story and yearning for your encouragement, because you may be the one that helps them realize the full potential of their future. As we acknowledge this moment and celebrate your achievements, we are reminded that Medgar Evers and his fight for civil rights, brave men and women like Medgar taught us the importance of doing the right thing. It has been nearly 58 years since his death, but we are faced with many of the same issues that must not be overlooked. Issues such as racial equality, including voters' rights and education. They require the voice and presence of each of you to advocate change. These same issues are a fundamental reason that educators and community leaders saw a need to establish this fine college in 1970 that bears Medgar's name and will be forever associated with your achievements. These community leaders understood that education is a tool for helping to disband social ignorance. Like them, let us use our voices to influence and inspire others in a way that will consistently demonstrate honor and excellence. We have seen examples of peaceful protesting and Black Lives Matter movements that highlights the importance and power of using your voice thoughtfully and collectively to demand equality. Remember that your actions will define your character. Graduates, faculty, and friends, we wear the seal of honor associated with Medgar Evers and the college, which includes the hands that represent freedom, the scales that represent justice, and the lamp and open book that represent knowledge. This degree, this moment, is only the beginning. I urge you to be in a constant state of learning. You cannot dream or strive for something that you do not know exists. We all exist for a reason, and your talents, when combined with determination, will enable you to soar beyond your wildest dreams. Reflecting on the lessons that I've learned, I offer you 3 pieces of advice that hopefully stick with you as you strive to make good choices. First, build relationships with people that tell you what you need to know, not what you want to hear. Those that tell you what you need to know will challenge you to be your best self. Surrounding yourself with people that encourage you, inspire you, and celebrate your accomplishments will be crucial for your health. The people that you've met along the way, alumni, faculty, fellow students, will all be important as you enter the workforce, start new businesses, and become executives. You are competing in a global economy, and the relationships that surround you will influence your success. To compete and achieve your life goals, who you know will be as important as what you know. Second, challenge yourself to have thoughts and self-talk that focus on achieving your goals versus being overwhelmed by your fears. The start to every great achievement is the belief that it is possible. How you talk to yourself and others is the thing that will drive your success. Do not ask for permission to dream, and don't doubt yourself. Impossible is not an option. Muhammad Ali, an athlete and activist, said that impossible is just a big word thrown around by small men who find it easier to live in a world they've been given than to explore the power that they have to change it. Impossible is not a fact, it is an opinion. Impossible is not a declaration, it is a dare. Impossible is potential. Third, never give up on the things that matter. I am reminded of a time in my life when I was feeling overwhelmed in my career and thinking about leaving the finance industry. As I continued to grow my career, achieving senior executive roles, there were fewer people in the room that looked like me. It was becoming more difficult to help others along the way, as the opportunities simply weren't being presented. I recall sitting in the living room with my mother, a quiet and determined warrior that could see the stress in my eyes. When she asked what was wrong, I opened up about my concerns and I said, I don't feel that I'm making a difference anymore. My career is becoming more about the dollars and cents for the company and less about the people. I felt that I worked hard, but wasn't sure that I mattered to the company. She said, if something matters, never give up. I remember having my head down, reading an email on my laptop and pausing to look up. She casually looked away while saying again, if something matters, never give up. Her few but powerful words challenged me to redefine my career and view of leadership. A few years later, my mother was diagnosed with cancer and was told that the treatment wasn't an option because she wouldn't likely survive the surgery. Our family was told that we should prepare for hospice. We pushed for a few years to get doctors to explore the options. I recall the discouraged look on her face each time the doctor said treatment wasn't an option. In one of those moments, I reminded her of our conversation and said, if something matters, never give up. It was at that moment in time that she fought harder. We found a doctor to perform the treatment, and now I'm happy to report that she has been cancer-free for a few years. You see, when you allow yourself to have relationships that tell you what you need to know, when you allow positive and affirming self-talk to guide your dreams, when you set goals with determination, giving up no longer becomes an option. This is a moment when the world is listening. Use this time to make an impact. Demonstrate honor and excellence in all that you do. And most important, never give up. Thank you and congratulations to the classes of 2020 and 2021.
Mr. Michael Pugh, in recognition of your inspired dedication and commitment to the service of human needs, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York, I hereby award the honorary Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, to Michael Pugh with all the rights, privileges, and honors appertaining thereto.
Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Special thanks to the MedgarEvers staff, faculty. It is an honor to receive this award and to become part of the MedgarEvers family. I'd also like to thank my family, Carver Bank, and of course, without saying, thank God, being empowered to continue the work that I do in the community and serving as a leader gives me a great honor. I will cherish this moment. Thank you.
Congratulations, Dr. Michael Pugh. Welcome to the MedgarEversCollege family. It is my great honor to introduce our second commencement speaker, Mr. Ziggy Marley. Ziggy Marley is an 8-time Grammy winner, Emmy winner, musician, producer, activist, and humanitarian whose legendary career spans 40 years. The eldest son of Bob and Rita Marley, he has hewed his own path as a musical pioneer, infusing reggae with funk, blues, rock, and other elements through mindful songwriting. Using his success to champion political and philanthropic causes, Ziggy Marley has served as a Goodwill Youth Ambassador to the United Nations and actively participates in Bob Marley Foundation initiatives worldwide. He founded his own charity, URGE, which stands for Unlimited Resources Giving Enlightenment, a nonprofit organization whose mission encompasses building new schools, operating health clinics, and supporting beneficiaries, including One Love Youth Camp, Chepstow Basic School in Jamaica, and OLA, which stands for Heart of Los Angeles. Ziggy Marley has worked with diverse artists such as Sheryl Crow, Ben Harper, Angelique Kidjo, Lisa Loeb, Tom Morello, Alanis Morissette, and Busta Rhymes. He is also a beloved contributor to children's entertainment, from on-camera guest spots to voice acting original songs. His projects include Shark Tale, Dora the Explorer, the Disney Reggae Club, Wonder Pets, Third and Bird, Arthur, Sesame Street, and HBO's Saving My Tomorrow, as well as co-curating the Saving the Earth with Music exhibit in conjunction with the Grammy Museum and the California Science Center. Ziggy Marley continues to serve as an advocate against social justice, not only through his music, but also through his work as a humanitarian. He received the Black Press of America's prestigious Global Icon Achievement Award. In 2020, through his leadership as an entrepreneur and sought-after creative background, Ziggy Marley oversaw the marketing campaign for Bob Marley's 75th birthday, including the curation of a pictorial book with 150 rare images published this past October. In 2017, Ziggy Marley's contributions were recognized with the George and Ira Gershwin Award for Lifetime Musical Achievement, making him the first reggae artist to receive this esteemed award in more than 3 decades.
To President Patricia Ramsey, Provost Augustine Okereke, Chancellor Matos Rodriguez, CUNY Board of Trustees, fellow honored guests, good morning. Thank you for this opportunity and honor. I would like to begin by saying big ups and congratulations to the class of 2020 and 2021. You have achieved this momentous feat in the face of uncertainty and anxiety caused by a global pandemic and political unrest that has isolated us from each other, but also an uprising against racism, injustice, and inequality that has brought many more of us together. Through it all, you have persevered and are here today, victorious and free to say you did it. You are a proud graduate of the MedgarEversCollege. The great Medgar Wiley Evers said, "Freedom has never been free." Medgar sacrificed his freedom, started his advocacy very young, spearheaded justice for Emmett Till, a visionary advocating for integration in Mississippi, for voting rights, a voice of the civil rights movement, for economic opportunity, and leadership in a continued movement and advocacy against social injustice. It is your commitment today as you leave your classrooms and head out into the world as professionals in the arts, social sciences, technology, sciences, education, and business. You continue to create your mark on society the way Medgar Evers did for all of us. Let's reason on freedom for a minute. As Marcus Garvey said and put into song by my father, "Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds." True freedom is not defined by the things we can do, the things we can say, but also by the things we think and imagine for ourselves. The first struggle for freedom is internal. It begins in our minds. If the mind is not free, we are not free. Medgar Evers, Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King Jr., Bob Marley, Nelson Mandela, Malcolm X, Gandhi, Yeshua, aka Jesus Christ, are great examples to me of those who not only stood for humanity, but found freedom along the way. To me, freedom is love. Love for all. Love is the root. Without love, I cannot be free. And ultimately, that is the dream. It may not be the American dream, but it is my dream. None but ourselves can free our minds. You are graduating today in a country and a planet that is in a very precarious position. We need you. You need you in ways that go beyond yourselves. See, we're all connected. Your potential, your worth is even greater than you can imagine, if that is possible. You are humanity's hope, your generation. This is the moment. They say time changes everything, but I say we must change times. With the power you now hold in your hands, what you do with the rest of your lives ripples even wider, positively or negatively. And that ripple, whichever it may be, comes back around. Still, instead of sharing with you my advice, I share with you the mentality that has guided me in my pursuits as an artist, a father, a husband, and a human being. I keep an open mind. I am always willing to learn. I try to make the best of whatever situation comes before me. Never thinking of myself as above or below anyone. Always working hard, not just on my craft, but on my humanity and spirituality. Learning from mistakes and moving forward, building reality. You are scholars, but you are also creators. What kind of world will you create? A world with more equality, with more justice, more care, more unity, more sustainability, more compassion, more money, more problems. The future is written by today, not by tomorrow. And only the willing will see their dreams. Right now, I would like to do a piece of my father's song for you. It's called Redemption Song. Respect to Medgar Evers, love always. All pirates, yes, they rob I. Sold out to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit. But my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help to sing another song of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption songs, redemption songs, another song of freedom, another song of freedom.
Mr. Ziggy Marley, in recognition of your inspired dedication and commitment to the service of human needs, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York, I hereby award the honorary Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa, to Ziggy Marley, with all the rights, privileges, and honors appertaining thereto.
Hey, I wish you all positive ripples and a joyful journey. Again, congratulations to the class of 2020 and 2021. Brup, 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 brup. Respect.
Congratulations, Dr. Ziggy Marley, and welcome to the MedgarEversCollege family.
To the graduating class of the City University of New York MedgarEversCollege, I am Assemblywoman Diana Richardson, and I represent the mighty 43rd Assembly District in Central Brooklyn, which includes the communities of Crown Heights, Prospect Lefferts Gardens, and East Flatbush. A year ago today, we could not have foreseen what the next academic year would be like. We could not have imagined the multiple changes that occurred and the adjustments to learning styles that we were forced to make. But you know what? You made it. You are here. You are the overcomers of 2021 and the future. You are deserving of a standing ovation. Your achievement has prepared you to learn how to be flexible and pivot when the normal changes. The skills and abilities you had to sharpen over the past year have strengthened and prepared you and shaped the new future before us. You are the overcomers of 2021. Today, I want to congratulate you on your monumental achievement. I look forward to seeing you all as future leaders and positive role models in our communities and diaspora. Remember, great men and women have come out of Brooklyn. Stay healthy and be safe. God bless you all, and God bless the United States of America. And remember, we are mega made.
And now for the most important part of the ceremony, the moment that we have been waiting. We will now celebrate the MedgarEversCollege graduates of the class of 2021 and the class of 2020. You can view the graduates from the class of 2020 in our digital program and on our scroll, and you will see our new class of 2021. Thank you.
I will now ask our candidates for graduation, whether you are at home or wherever you are, to please stand. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York, I hereby confer all the degrees for the Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Professional Studies, the City University of New York Baccalaureate, Associate of Arts, Associate of Science, Associate in Applied Science, and their certificate in Practical Nursing for August 2020, January 2021, and June 2021. I will now ask you to turn your tassels to the left. Congratulations! You are now official graduates of MedgarEversCollege. Please remain standing for the benediction, and I ask that our worldwide audience join us in standing also. I declare the 49th and 50th commencements adjourned. Thank you for joining us.
In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, all praise belongs to Allah, Lord of the worlds, the most gracious, the most merciful, Master of the Day of Judgment. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Show us the straight path, the path of those whom you favored, not the path of those who have earned your anger, nor of those who have gone astray. Today is a day of celebration. We celebrate those who have helped us and encouraged us through the ups and downs, the trials and tribulations of life. We celebrate the lives of those whom we've lost along the way, those who may not be with us physically, but whose presence is ever felt. We celebrate Patricia Ramsey for being the first woman ever appointed as president of MedgarEversCollege. We celebrate Ziggy Marley and Michael T. Pugh, both recipients of honorary degrees. This pandemic has brought forth a variety of challenges and difficulties. We in America have lost over 500,000 people to the coronavirus. Millions have lost their jobs, and many more have lost hope. But Allah tells us in the Quran, لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها, that He, the Creator, the Almighty, does not burden an individual beyond what they can bear. With that verse in mind, we renew our hope and we look forward to a brighter future. So we stand together celebrating the graduating class of 2020 and 2021, and we stand in anticipation to see great and amazing things from you, for you have been given the torch, and you must carry on and lead us, this community, humanity, towards better days, greener pastures, and a brighter future. With this, I ask that we all go in peace and friendship, and that we pray for the success of each and every one of us. Ameen.